Hi friends, welcome back to our channel and this is EduEthics and today we will be seeing poem A Tiger in the Zoo. Now this poem what we are going to see is we are going to see a tiger who is there in the zoo and a tiger who is in his natural habitat. So in this poem we are going to see contrasting situations, a tiger in zoo and a tiger in his natural habitat. So as you can see that in this poem we have two situations about a tiger who is free and about a tiger who is caged. So it's going to be interesting and you should know that which stanza belongs to which tiger, right? So as we know that this poem a tiger in the zoo is about independence, about freedom, about liberty. So you can relate it to the current scenario going on. Uh, we all know that we are locked in our houses, and why we are locked there in our houses because of COVID 19. To you know, to prevent ourselves from this disease, this viral, we need to take some precautions, and one of the precaution is to quarantine yourself and to be there in the lockdown, to be at home, to stay at home. So you can see that your freedom, whatever you used to do in the school, whatever you learned there in the school, and what a lot you like to do earlier, you are not able to do all those things now. You have been restricted to do all those things which earlier you used to do, and you enjoy those things. You enjoy going to school, although in school we have to study a lot, we have to we have to give exams as well, but we enjoy doing that, right? So we can connect this that whatever is happening at present, we are locked in our houses, is somewhat a situation with a tiger who is there in the zoo. So let's start with the first stanza. He stalks in his he stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet range. Stalks means moving. So here we are talking about the tiger in the zoo. So this tiger is moving in his cage and his body is very beautiful, is very shiny. So on his body we can see vivid stripes. Vivid means very bright stripes, right? So he stalks in his vivid stripes. That means this tiger is in the zoo, is locked in the cages. He's moving in his cage with his vivid striped body. That means with his very shiny body. The few steps of his cage on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. So ये जो tiger है, this tiger is moving in the cage on pads of velvet quiet. That means they are describing the paws of the tiger. So tiger's paws are very soft, very velvety, है ना? So now this line also have a deeper meaning. What is its deeper meaning is that when we are talking about a tiger who is in the zoo, so that tiger has to face many hardships in life, has to face many difficulties in life. He has to hunt by himself only. I'm using here he, you know why? Because I want to connect this tiger with the human being. So that is why he is used here, and this is again our one of the poetic device, that is personification. So in whole poem we are using personification, and we are personifying tiger as a human being. So now this tiger who's in the cage, he don't know even how to hunt. His body is soft, his body is silky, his paws are are kind of velvety, are very soft. So this tells us that this tiger has not faced any kind of the problem, difficulty or hardship in his life, and in his quiet rage. So ये जो tiger है ये घूमे जा रहा है अपने cage में in his quiet rage. Quiet rage. Now here we have used another poetic device, that is oxymoron. In oxymoron we have two contradictory words which are used with each other. So quiet rage. Now quiet and rage are opposite to each other, but then also they are used with each other, and this is oxymoron. Here the poet is trying to give us a feel that although tiger is very angry, rage means angry, but he's locked behind the bars, his strength locked behind the bars, and he know that even if he is angry, he cannot do anything. Okay, so this is what the first stanza is. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where the plump deer pass. Now, this is a stanza belonging to the tiger who is in his natural habitat. Now, this tiger, what this tiger should do, he should hunt. Now, here they're telling us a strategy how a tiger hunts. So, a tiger is, there is a tiger who's in the natural habitat. Now, he is hiding behind the shadow. Shadow means the grass. So, वो जो tiger है zoo में, जो tiger sorry natural habitat में है, so this stanza belongs to the tiger who is in his natural habitat. तो जो टाइगर नेचुरल हैबिटेट में है वो हंट कैसे करेगा, सो दे आर टेलिंग अस अ स्ट्रैटेजी हाउ अ टाइगर हंट्स व्हेन ही इज इन हिज नेचुरल हैबिटेट. सो ये जो टाइगर है ये ग्रास के पीछे छुपेगा. Lurking means hiding. So the tiger who is in the natural habitat would hide in the grass, sliding through long grass near the water hole where the plump deer pass. Now we have a plump deer. Plump deer means a fleshy, fatty deer. है ना. एंड ये जो फ्लैशी फैटी डियर है ये वाटर होल के पास है. सो दिस फ्लैशी डियर इज नियर द वाटर होल टू मे बी ड्रिंक वाटर. और यहाँ पे अब टाइगर छुपके से, एक तो पहले वो छुपा हुआ है, इज लर्किंग इन द शेडो, एंड देन व्हाट विल हैपन कि वो स्लाइड करते हुए, दैट मीन्स इन अ स्विफ्ट मैनर, इन अ स्मूथ वे, तो स्मूथली वो आएगा ग्रास को पास करते हुए वाटर होल के पास जहाँ पे प्लम्प डियर है. So they are telling us that how a tiger hunts, and we may think that hunting a deer or hunting animals like this is a bad thing, but why it is important is to maintain our ecosystem. So what we can interfere in the life of the nature. So this is the nature that animals are made. They depend on each other, they will eat each other, and they will survive, they will maintain the ecosystem, right? He should be snarling around houses at jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws terrorizing the village. Now here comes the third stanza, and in this stanza also we are talking about the tiger who is in the natural habitat. So this tiger, what this tiger is doing? Now this tiger is snarling around the houses. Snarling means making an angry sound. So ये जो टाइगर है रोर कर रहा है, एंग्री साउंड निकाल रहा है अराउंड द हाउसेज. नाउ दीज हाउसेज आर एट द जंगल्स एज. तो होता है ना कि जंगल के आसपास कुछ घर बने होते हैं. सो लाइक दैट ओनली वी हैव जंगल, एंड एट द जंगल्स एज वी हैव सम हाउसेज, एंड these houses which are near the jungle basically would many times be hearing the sound of the tiger, and then what would happen, they would get afraid of the tiger. So जंगल की एज पे, जंगल की कोनों पे जो घर बने हैं वहाँ पे टाइगर स्नाल करेगा, रोर करेगा. एंड व्हेन अ टाइगर स्नाल्स और व्हेन अ टाइगर रोर्स, उसके जो आपने देखा होगा मुंह में बड़े बड़े दांत दिखते हैं, है ना. एंड हिज क्लॉज, उसके जो पंजे हैं वो देख कर के जो विलेज है वो डर जाती है. दैट मीन्स ऑल द विलेजर्स इन द विलेज विच आर देयर एट द जंगल्स एज, they get afraid, they get terrorized, right? Now, but he is locked in concrete cells, his strength behind bars, chalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. Now, this chant. Now, okay, one more thing I want to tell you over here is, so let me give you a deeper meaning. What I have learned from this stanza is that now you know that human beings are increasing their area, are increasing their area under them. So human beings are increasing the area which is going to be under human beings only. Like that only, we are cutting down the trees, we are cutting down jungles, and we are doing constructional activities there, building housing complexes, and so many other activities we are doing. So this expansion needs to be controlled, because this expansion one day would lead to our, you know one day will lead to our end only. हमारी जिंदगी खत्म कर देगा ये जो हमारा एक्सपेंशन है, पेड़ों को काटना, ये सब. सो गॉड हैज़ मेड दीज डेंजरस एनिमल्स. भगवान ने डरावने जानवरों को बनाया है. अब दीज एनिमल्स, दे protect the jungles, they protect forests, they protect nature. We are afraid of tigers. That is why we cannot always try to go in the jungle at any time of the day, right? So you can see that these animals are protecting the nature. They are kind of guards of the nature. If these animals would not exist, human beings would be free to do whatever they want to do. They would, do many constructional activities, cut jungles, and other activities that would one day lead to our end only. So to stop that, to minimize this kind of human expansion, we need these animals. To control ourselves, we need these animals. So existence of these animals is yet very important. Keeping them in zoo is not important, because keeping them in zoo is just a fun of few hours. It cannot protect your life ever. It cannot give you a better life. It can only give you a 1 or 2 hour fun, and that's it. But keeping animals in jungle is saving the trees life, is saving even our life. अगर हम एनिमल्स को जंगल में रखते हैं तो उससे केवल पेड़ों की ज़िंदगी नहीं बच रही है, क्योंकि हम जाएँ उन्हें काट दें, हमारा भी नुकसान होता है अगर हम पेड़ को काटते रहें तो। We would not understand this today, but in future, when there would be no trees, so it's not possible to have human life. So that is why we need these animals, right? Now, but he's locked in concrete cells. Is his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. Now, we have tiger who is there in the zoo, and this tiger is locked behind the concrete cells, that means the cemented cells, right? And his strength is locked behind the bars. He's just moving here and there in the cage, like, from one end of the cage to the another, and not more than that, and ignoring the visitors, because from day till night, so many, visitors, visit the jungles. Sorry, visit many visitors, many tourists come in the zoos, and these people, they basically come there to see tigers and such kind of wild animals. They try to see these animals कि ये देखो, तुम तो जंगल में केज में बंद हो, वी आर फ्री, है ना? हम यही तो एक्सप्रेस करते हैं ना। देखो, हमें ना डॉग को देखने में मज़ा नहीं आएगा ज़ू में, वी वुड बी इंटरेस्टेड टू सी अ टाइगर इन द ज़ू, क्योंकि हमें लगता है कि इसको हम असलियत में तो कभी देख नहीं सकते थे, उसका हम इस वीक पॉइंट पे जाके उसे देख सकते हैं। So this human, these human beings are coward. They cannot go to jungle, and they cannot see tiger there in the jungle independently. They cannot see that tigers roaring and snarling and angry side, and the furious and the vigorous side of the tiger. They can only see this side of the tiger. When tiger is unhappy, tiger is sad, and he's not unhappy or sad because he do not have power. He's sad because he's his strength is locked behind the bars, and human beings are coming and watching him and making fun of him, commenting him. So his strength is locked behind the bars, and he's just moving here and there in the cage, ignoring the visitors. दिन से रात तक visitors आते जाते हैं और वो उसको ignore कर रहे हैं. Now in this stanza, जो इस stanza में हमारी poetic devices use आई हैं, I would like to tell you. देखो, एक तो यहाँ पे use आया है, sorry, यस, यहाँ पे एक तो यूज़ आया है एलिट्रेशन का, यानी कि किसी एक लेटर का रिपीटेशन, एक अल्फ़ाबेट का रिपीटेशन होना एक लाइन में। तो जैसे कॉन्क्रीट सेल्स में सी इज़ रिपीटेड ट्वाइस, सो इट्स अगेन एलिट्रेशन, है ना? देन यू हैव बिहाइंड बार, सो हियर बी इज़ रिपीटेड ट्वाइस, सो अगेन इट्स एलिट्रेशन, राइट? Now comes the last stanza. He hears the last voice at night. अब आखिरी आवाज़ उसे रात में आती है, एंड वो आखिरी आवाज़ होती है पेट्रोलिंग कार्स की. सो नाउ these पेट्रोलिंग कार्स, they visit the jungle, sorry, they visit the zoo to have a checkup that कोई इंसान तो नहीं रह गया ना, और कोई एनिमल जो है वो अपने लॉकर से खुल तो नहीं गया ना, सब लॉक्ड है ना. सो इसके लिए पेट्रोलिंग कार्स जाती हैं, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. A very beautiful part of the poem is these two lines. This tiger who is there in the zoo, tigers and lions, they at night their eyes shine. At night their eyes give a brilliant shine. You know that tigers and animals like lion, they at night emit a very beautiful shine in their eyes. Now, this shine is yet present in this tiger also, he's in the zoo. But this tiger is not free, is not independent, and is looking towards the stars which are there in the sky. And the tiger here in the zoo is looking towards the stars who are again very shiny, just like the eyes of the tiger. And this tiger is looking towards the sky and looking towards the stars and just thinking that I should also be free like the brilliant stars. So the brilliant eyes of the tiger is demanding, is wishing for the independence, for the freedom, just like the brilliant stars in the sky. So, animals and human beings and even stars, everybody needs independence, and this independence of them give them beauty. So, if we lock them, if we try to oppress them, if we try to restrict them, then we are harming the beauty of them. We are harming the beauty of the nature. We are harming their brilliancy, their naturality. So this poem is by Leslie Norris, and I hope that you try to understand the poem, try to enjoy it, and आपने इसको अच्छे से समझा हो. So do watch the video and don't forget to subscribe it if you have liked the video, and if you have shared the video, then thank you. And please don't forget to subscribe, because if you will subscribe you will get more notifications from our channel. Bye bye.